Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue, and I am back for Real Housewives of Atlanta, the first part of this 4-part fucking reunion show. Can I just start off by saying, why is it 4 parts? You could have kept this first one. It did not have to be all of this. Am I the only one that feels like this? Seriously? Like, this shit is gonna be 4 fucking parts, and that first part had the only good thing that came out of it was the new saying, true tea, bitch. Like, that's what came out of this episode. True tea, bitch. That's what came out, okay? I am a Nubian queen. That's what Portia was giving us, one liner after one liner, okay? And we also got the Dubai date book. We ain't know nothing about a Dubai date book. Now we know some shit we ain't know about. Didn't know that was a fucking thing, okay? Y'all, I can't deal, okay? I cannot fucking deal with them making this 4 parts. But now that I'm done talking about that, let's just start with what they started off talking about, and that is the titties, the titties, the titties, the titties. And if anybody has had surgeries done, okay? We discovered that along with Sheree, Portia, and Cynthia's titties, Phaedra has had a lift. Kandi just recently had a lift, and Kenya claims that she hasn't had anything done to her titties. And I'm saying, I went and looked at some old pictures of Kenya, and this is debatable. This is absolutely debatable, okay? Those titties were big back then, and they're big now. Do they seem bigger? Yes. Okay, for the most part, I'm gonna go ahead and say that even looking at her butt, she had a like, you know, muscular butt back in the day before, you know, in the 90s. I seen this picture of her, and she had like a little butt on her. So now, you know, almost 50, yeah, bitch, okay, I can imagine it being where it is now, especially because you're still very muscular. I get it, okay, I can see it. I can see you having a natural body, can you? But it don't even fucking matter, okay? Because you still got that filler, bitch, and I'm glad you admitted to it, talking about I have gotten it. Bitch, you get it on a regular. Don't do me. Don't do me. Okay, you got to keep them bags down. Now, you know, she had the type of face that eventually gives you bags, you know, like Jada Pinkett. You know what I'm saying? They don't have like a lot of cheekbone and shit. You see all of this shit? This probably going to save me from having like the bag effect under my eyes. Okay? I mean, you know, I got this, you know, that little extra, that little extra shit right there. And I ain't really tripping. That's how my face look. I don't know what you want me to do about that. I'm not fixing it. For the most part, though, all the ladies' faces are natural, and Portia admits to having a little bridge work. Okay, she had to add a little something in there. It was a little too, she wanted to, you know, add a little something in there, you know. And I'm like, okay, everybody still looks good though. So then we move on to more Manor versus Chateau Sheree. Okay, and you know, it's a dream come true to be living at the Chateau, you know, Sheree. And Kenya insists that, bitch, you do not live at the Chateau, bitch. Don't do me. You do not live there. I pass there every day when I leave and every day when I come back home. And every time I pass there, all the lights is out, bitch. That house is way too big for you not to have no lights outside or nothing on. Bitch, please, you don't live there, okay? She's not the only person that has said that Sheree is not living in that house. Now, I hope Sheree is living in that house, because I'd be one pissed off motherfucker to go through all of that, all over them years and shit, and come around the corner and not be living in a goddamn house and then gave up the apartment and did all this shit on camera. Bitch, I'll choke you out. Okay, don't you dare take us through all of that for you not to be living in that goddamn house. You hear me, Sheree? Do you hear me? I'm telling you right now. Anyway, y'all, Kenya says that she, you know, she was being shady when she went down in the basement. I agreed. I said she was being shady too. Did it fucking matter? No. Because when Sheree walked through her house, she had titty sweat and dust on her and all kind of shit. Sheree, let me tell you something. That's what pissed me off so much about that shit. Was that Sheree did almost exactly the same thing as Kenya did when Kenya walked through her house. What the fuck is the problem, people? What is the problem? Look, I ain't got time for y'all, okay? Then we gotta start comparing who got liens on their houses and shit. Kenya said I had one lien and it was taken off. Yours are still there. And I'm just like, well, goddamn, how the fuck do y'all know all each other business like that? Do you people have somebody at the courthouse that's giving y'all each other's information whenever something rolled through? Because y'all know a little bit too much about each other's fucking financials, all of this shit. Sheree says that some rich African paid for Kenya's house, gave her the down payment for her house, and Kenya was like, no, okay? I have always been a self-made woman, okay? And for the most part, I can agree here, Kenya. If somebody did give her the down payment, And does that mean it's not my fucking house because somebody else gave me the 1,000 something I needed to put it on? Get the fuck out of here, okay? It doesn't even fucking matter, okay? But Portia lets it be known, okay, because she's a Nubian queen and she got the connection to the Nigerians, that Kenya was fucking with some African who bought her that Rolls Royce, and Kenya lied and said that she got into a wreck and needed money for a new car and he wouldn't give her the money, and that's how he found out that the money was supposed to be for the house or some shit like that. But I was like, what the fuck that got to do with anything? Look, that confused me because I didn't understand what the fuck Portia was saying. Okay, some African gave her money, bitch. Some African gave you money too. What are we talking about here, y'all? What are we talking about? Some rich nigga giving me money. You think I'm gonna let you make me feel bad about it? I'd have been on that fucking stage and what, you want me to spend my own motherfucking money? Get out of my face with that shit. Then we get to Phaedra and her community service and her trying to bring the ladies together. And the little sit down that they had, that come to Jesus moment, that was really supposed to be a come to Jesus moment, but it had wine and alcohol and people cursing and shit. How was that supposed to be a coming to Jesus moment? That little moment that we had when we was trying to get everybody together. And someone asked, like, was that just for Portia's benefit? And, you know, of course, Phaedra, you know, I really was trying to get everybody on the same page, to make everybody get rid of the pettiness. So it wasn't just for Portia, it was for all of the ladies. And I'm like, you full of shit, bitch. That was for everybody to start liking Portia's ass again. That's what the fuck that was. Because when you her only friend, bitch, then you the only one she could tape with. We don't know if she gonna be able to hold a peach next season if she ain't got nobody to tape with but you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was right there. That was her friend trying to help her. The onlyest time she tried to fucking help her. Phaedra is talking about how she's, you know, her and Kandi may not be in a good place right now, but she's always optimistic that things can, you know, get better between them two. And I'm glad that Kandi said it. Bitch, that's some bullshit, okay? I'm so glad she said it because this is exactly what the fuck we be talking about with Phaedra, okay? It's exactly what the fuck we be talking about, Phaedra. You're gonna say that on camera. You're going to talk that yin yang about we could be friends again on camera. We cool on camera. But as soon as we get off camera, you make your little fucking sly remarks and jig and jig and jig and all of that shit. Just like you did with Kenya. That's what the fuck you did with Kenya. You're going to play nice and act like you and Kenya going to get on a good page and all of that shit. And then you turn around and call it a trifling, you know, trifling hoe that was texting my husband. Like that shit ain't happened 2 years ago. Like y'all didn't pray and come to Jesus over that shit. But we going to get into that. Anyway, they talk about how Kenya and Phaedra had a really good time doing the community service at the camp and helping out the kiddies and shit like that. Kenya was honored and very happy to be there. They had a good time. They thought that they were growing closer at that point, okay? And I was like, no, Kenya, you thought y'all was growing closer at that point. I could see it all in Phaedra's hazed over fucking eyes. Bitch, we still ain't cool. This is for some camera time, bitch. I ain't got Kandi no more, so I need to be able to tape with more than just one bitch. Okay? That's what that was. Don't do me. I get into that little charity benefit thing, you know, where all the ladies came together and sold their, you know, all their different products. Sheree sold her t-shirts, Kenya sold hair care products, Portia sold weaves, Kandi sold sex toys. You know, we all came together and we gave money at the end of the day. And somebody asked, so Kenya, did you ever like admit to the fact that Sheree gave more money to you or something, like, you know, gave more money than you did? And Kenya, you know, gives her, you know, Miss USA speech. You know, we all gave different amounts, okay? I made a lot of money that day, okay? So I did give to charity. I always give to charity. You know what I'm saying? It's good to give to charity. Like, bitch, if that wasn't a Miss USA answer that you gave right there, bitch, just go ahead and say, yeah, go ahead, Sheree. You know what? I was wrong, bitch. You and your t-shirt sold more than my hair products, bitch. Good for you, okay? Then Kandi says that, bitch, but, you know, and I did it, but I only got a receipt for $500 and I gave $5,000. And Phaedra's like, and I have the receipt to show that it was a typo and we sent you the email and told you we was gonna correct that, bitch. And I'm just sitting up here, Phaedra, we glad you got the receipt, bitch. Calm down. Like, nobody asked you for a receipt. Just bring it on down. Calm it all the way the fuck down, bitch. So then they start talking about how Portia might be upset about the whole Thelma and Louise thing that happened between Kenya and Phaedra. And they asked Phaedra, does she feel like maybe she should have, you know, reserved her feelings a little bit more concerning Kenya? And she was like, you know, I'm always open to move forward. And I'm just like, bitch, no, you not. No, you not. So then they start talking about the divorce party. And Portia says that she feels as if, you know, maybe Kenya should have came to either her or Phaedra to find, or Kandi to find out if that was something that she should do. And, Kenya's like, that's illogical, bitch. That's illogical. And she says illogical because it wasn't just for Phaedra. It was also for Cynthia. And Cynthia expresses that, yeah, I felt the same way that Phaedra did, but at the same time, I realized she was not being malicious towards me. She was just trying to throw everybody a little party to make fun and get over it, okay? And Phaedra feels as though it wasn't like that for her, okay? You had your issues with my husband. You were disrespectful. You were talking to my husband, okay? And us having a prayer does not change that, bitch, okay? That does not change that. So you being the one trying to throw me a divorce party, yes, it made me feel like you were making fun and poking fun at the fact that my marriage is over. And I'm like, Phaedra, I get where you coming from, bitch. I really do get where you coming from. But here's the difference between handling it the right way and handling that your way. The right way would have been to say it then. To say it right then in front of everybody, and then Kenya could have apologized and they could have moved forward. But that's not what happened. What happened was you sat there and didn't say anything, and then you sent your little sneak, nasty ass text message to Portia, whose dumb ass read it out loud and let everybody know what you said, thus letting everybody know that you really weren't as forgiving as you put on. That prayer really didn't mean shit to you. And that's the fucking thing, Phaedra, is that you get up there and you use your Bible and your Bible thumping, you want to pray with people and act like you're sanctified and filled with the fucking Holy Ghost, but no, you're not. And y'all, excuse me for saying fucking Holy Ghost. That might have not been the best way to say that. Sorry. God forgive me. Okay? Look, that's not my point. My point remains, okay, that you put on, but it's fake. Because it was fake, you would really genuinely forgive people in your heart and wouldn't be bringing up old shit, trying to make a storyline out of some old shit. Okay? Because that's exactly what you did. Kenya was absolutely right. Yes, Kenya was disrespectful. We went through that already, okay? Trust me, I read her for filth. I do remember the threesome question and all of that shit. She was flirting with your fucking husband, bitch. Yes, she was, okay? We're not even going to debate that, okay? That is not up for discussion. What we had in 2017 is we've talked about this. We've prayed about this. We've read the piss out of her about this. We've even had Apollo to tell us that she was not trying to come after him like he made it seem, okay? If anything, he probably was trying to fuck her since we found out that he loves trying to fuck other women, okay? I mean, he was fucking with that other girl. Come on now. He was fucking with that other girl. Let's not do that, okay? The one he's supposedly engaged to, even though he's not divorced yet. And Phaedra is still sitting on that on the panel talking about she divorced. Bitch, no, you're not, okay? The judge came back and said, no, you're not, bitch. You're not divorced. You're being unfair. We're going to fix this shit, okay? And it was the same thing, and Kandi brought that up. It was the same thing. Why didn't Phaedra tell the truth? At the table, when they were talking about Portia and her anger management, why didn't you admit that you did tell Kenya that y'all were gonna talk about her anger management when y'all went and did the little thing, the little obstacle course shit that they did? Why didn't you speak the truth then? Maybe the conversation would have went different, but that's not what you did. Portia insists, oh, I had a conversation with her about that. Or how she don't stick up for her. Phaedra, why don't you ever stick up for your friend when she's, come at from all these different ways, from all these different females? Why didn't you have your friends back? Oh, I'm not going to be acting a fool out in public. I talked to her about that. We had a conversation about that. Always making fucking excuses for that bitch, okay? That's what you do. You make excuses for that bitch when she stay not really being a real friend of your fucking ass. But it's like you're too dumb to see it, Portia. But I also realized that Portia don't really have nobody else on this show to tape with, okay? So at the end of the day, if she gonna be on the show, she gotta be friends with one of you bitches, and I guess it's gonna be Phaedra, okay? But I mean, to tell you the truth, Phaedra is a really fucked up person, y'all. Like, as far as I'm concerned, Phaedra still thinks that Kenya was being evil, even after everything. Phaedra says that it was what happened between her and Apollo that made Phaedra not be friends with her. And nah. Okay, it was about that DVD. Okay, and Kenya says that, no, bitch, you didn't want to pay me for the DVD. That's why we fell out. It had nothing to do with Apollo. Okay, that was later on that happened, which is the reason why you had such a problem with it. Because when she initially flirted with his ass, you had nothing to say. Okay, I'm just saying. Then she also said that Phaedra put it out there that she was bipolar and she was an alcoholic. And she was like, well, you drink like a fish. And Kenya was like, that's a damn lie. And I'm like, girl, that's probably a damn lie. I'm just saying, I don't think Kenya alcoholic. And Phaedra has been known to lie. And this is the thing that made me so mad with Phaedra. Phaedra says that even after all of that, she did not think her friendship with Kenya was completely over. She didn't think that was like a, a roadblock in their relationship. And I'm like, bitch, you called her trifling. What? You call her trifling. You went on her in that text message. Okay? What you said in that text message let us know deep down you still don't fucking like her. And it don't matter what y'all do together, nothing is gonna change that. And that's the problem, Phaedra. Don't pray about it. Don't say you forgive somebody and then sit up there and still, do this shit where you wanna be all conniving and hold on to shit. Andy checked her because she said that her and Kenya, she's not worrying about Kenya, okay? She don't really care about Kenya because her and Kenya ain't in the same circle. And that nigga said, we sitting in a semicircle right now, bitch. What you talking about? This is like the same circle to me. Same circle to me, okay? Then we got to get into who gonna pop somebody, who ready, who's sitting on ready. Because at this point, Kenya said we all sitting on ready for Portia, baby. If it look like you gonna raise up, we about to get on you. And that's when they, get all into Portia's anger management. And she says, bitch, I am going to anger management. Regardless of what any of you wants to believe, I am going to anger management, okay? And Kandi is just like, bitch, please. Okay, Kandi doesn't believe it. Kandi says that she thinks she just did it for television because she doesn't think that Portia thinks she really has a problem. And then somebody says that Kandi's the one threatening to beat people's ass. Why, Kandi ain't going to anger management. Kandi said, look, bitch, don't start none, won't be none. Then somebody else said some shit about Kenya being verbally abusive. Bitch, maybe you need to go to counseling for that shit. I'm like, I agree with that. So I mentioned all of that about, Phaedra, why you want sticking up for your friend and all of that. But then they got on Kenya being a fucking provoker about how after they had that conversation and Portia got up and walked away, how Kenya followed her and was like, is this your trigger? Is this your trigger? And following behind her and shit. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, bitch. But I said that at the time. You was definitely trying to provoke her. Are you on medication? Like, you be trying to provoke people, Kenya. That's what the fuck you do. You provoke people, and like Portia said, when they drag your ass down the fucking street, what happened? Why did this happen to me? I totally agree with you, Portia. I totally agree with you there, bitch. She do be trying to push your buttons, and I am glad that you are the bitch today that can walk away instead of putting hands on her. I'm glad. And you said you felt stronger for that. Good for you, bitch. Okay? I'm genuinely happy for you for that, because I feel like her lack of control showed immaturity. All right, so when Kandi and Portia start going back and forth and how the episode ended, okay, so they asked Kandi if she believes that Portia is going to anger management. I don't know why they asked her that again, because she's already said she does not believe that. No. Okay? And Portia's like, why don't you ever celebrate what somebody else is doing? You are always hating on. Oh, no, bitch. No, you're not. Okay, you're not going to overtalk me. Okay? Kandi went in on it. Kandi was like, bitch, no. Because when you was on Celebrity Apprentice and your fucking ass needed charity money, I'm the one that gave you a $5,000 check. I always wanted to see you win, bitch. I've always been here to see you win, bitch. You the one that ain't been the same with me as I've been with your ass, okay? Portia over there talking about, and you think that entitles you to treat people any type of way? And I'm like, bitch, ain't nobody tried to treat you any kind of way. You was trying to check Kandi for some shit that ain't have nothing to fucking do with you, okay? That's what happened. Then you tried to make a big deal out of the fact that she said you fuck Block, even though she never said you fuck Block. But then after all the hoopla, I finally said, yeah, bitch, I said you fuck. I mean, nah, she didn't say I said it. She said, I didn't say that you fucked her, but I know that you did. I mean, him. But I know that you did fuck him, okay? Like, we all remember this, okay? We know she fucked Block because she said that Portia told her she fucked Block. Okay, so, I mean, come on, bruh. That's what the fuck freaking frat got in common. They love lying about shit and then trying to act like the other person is tripping. If you know you lying about something, stop making a big deal out of it. Shut the fuck up. Don't make a big deal out of it. We know you lying, okay? Y'all, I can't. Okay? I just fucking can't, all right? And that's how the shit went off. That's how it shit went off. That was it. You guys don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and come back for Real Housewives of Potomac.
On my mama, on my hood, I look fly, I look good. Touch my